my car out of the garage and my garage door didn't want to close.
Wait a minute, Judy, hold on.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. Where'd it go?
Like, use that arrow again, that drop down.
I don't know what. Recording.
Oh, well, I think that.
On
Sign out, don't sign out.
oh, I could.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know where it went. It didn't even give me, it just went right into the meeting.
Thanks. Number 17. I'd like to call this regular Board of Selectmen meeting to order. It is January 21st, 2025. And this is a hybrid public meeting, so if you're on there and you wish to talk, try and grab our attention. And if it's during an audience, a citizen or a subject matter expert on an issue that we're talking about, we may call on you. So first order of business, please join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I make a motion to approve the agenda as written. Any? No comments, no additions, no subtractions. Thank you. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. I move to approve the Board of Selectmen regular meeting minutes from January 7th, 2025. What's the matter?
I don't know what this new Zoom does, it just blinks back to here. Where's it go?
Return to meeting, right there, top of left, on the old big orange thing.
You think it's that?
The orange button.
Okay. Oh, that's stupid.
Okay. Again, I move to approve the Board of Selectmen regular meeting minutes for January 7th. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any audience or citizen, on board?
No, sir.
Okay. Old business? None, new business? Site supervisor for rec department events. Well, how's everybody's last 2 weeks been? So, if you didn't know, we had a small situation at a rec basketball game. I wasn't there when it initially kicked off, but I got up there as quick as I got the phone call. And, the good news was that the first phone call I got was, there was an altercation at the scorer's table. As an official for basketball, my first thought was, if anybody did anything at the scorer's table that was out of line, I was gonna hold them responsible to the full extent of the law as extended officials. Because that's what they truly are. But when I got here, I did some asking around, fact finding. The altercation, as you all probably heard about it, was not actually in the gym. Initially, there was a miscommunication. It was taken care of. Everybody was satisfied. It carried on after everybody emptied out into the vestibule and then the parking lot. It's being continually investigated by the Connecticut State Police. It's out of our hands. But I will tell you, in the 11 years that I've been officiating, basketball is and has been and continues to grow to be the worst spectator participation or action that I see. I do volleyball, basketball, and high school softball, basketball, so. And basketball by far is the worst. It's highly attended, number one, and everybody believes their child is going to college on scholarship and further to the NBA, and that's everywhere I go, and it doesn't matter where I go. And other officials talk about this every year. They bring in the coaches for high school and middle school, they talk to them about actions that's going on. The bottom line is, I truly believe, even though we have a very good site supervisor that is at the rec games on Saturday, we only play on Saturdays. I would like to, this past weekend, because of the national news and everything that's gone, the newness of it, we had a state trooper there. I brought in the state trooper. And I also brought in on Mark's suggestion, and I backed it wholeheartedly. We have Marine Patrol that are retired police officers that are vetted to work for the town. First, we thought about the resource officers from the school. They can't work for the town, they work for the school. So we brought a Marine Patrol officer. We talked to the town attorney because they were vetted to work for the town, because they are in a supervisory safety role. They can be site supervisors who work along with our current site supervisor that's there. I think the two of them is good, is enough. So I would like to suggest and highly recommend that we bring on another site supervisor as a backup for rec games on the Saturdays. And they're there all days from first game to the end of the last game. Not while any one town comes in or any two towns come in. I do not care. Every town brings their own group of spectators, and there are those bad individuals who really ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah.
It's one or two or three, but the rest of the people are wonderful. Unfortunately, this carries on. So we will work it into the budget. If we have to, we will increase the cost of participating in the town sport. We'll take a look at all the options. This last weekend, if we couldn't get supervisory addition personnel, the state trooper and or our security official, I was gonna make a decision to cancel the games. So we were able to get security there, everything went off fine, but I truly believe as we move forward on basketball, we should have an additional site supervisor there, co-supervisor, so I'm recommending that we put into the budget and the rest of the 5 more Saturdays of this year have an additional site supervisor there. Lisa.
Yeah, make a suggestion of charging parents to attend their children's games.
They already pay for the kids to play rec. We will take a look at covering cost, because in this incident on Saturday, the initial play was about somebody from another town, but I will tell you, in talking with the state police, talking with our resident trooper, seeing more videos than you've seen on television. Parents from Columbia played a heavy part in this. okay?
That was my first impression.
So the
Yeah.
bottom line is, we will cover costs.
I'm just saying in the future, if, you know, you wanna go to a game, you pay I'm not saying $5, I'm $2.
Yeah.
If everybody there pays $2, you cover it.
Bill,
What's the length of time that these last on Saturdays?
normally they start around they can start around as early as 9 o'clock.
Mhm.
The last game I starts around 3:45 and ends about 5 PM.
But they play right straight through.
Yes,
I'm concerned about having a site supervisor without law enforcement capabilities based upon what you're saying regarding problems with basketball games. I'm wondering whether or not it'd be worthwhile to have a state trooper serve on it as a detail, where he's paid separately by the town to do that particular detail. And then if there is a cost for that, maybe we can consider passing that on to the participants.
we paid for a state trooper this last Saturday and the cost hasn't come in yet, but it's probably better than $750 for the day,
So one day.
for one day.
And you're hiring,
It's an overtime detail and, this upcoming weekend, we can try the 2 supervisors. The one that's been there forever, the other one, and that is of, law enforcement background. But we also talked to our resident trooper who is on an overtime this weekend and he will be coming in and out of the parking lot and making his way into the school more than a couple times
That
during
was
the
just
day.
being parents.
I thought that could
Come to that someday.
Hey, when we were kids, there were no parents at games. They dropped you off or you rode your bike.
I don't like that.
There were no parents at games.
No, I know, but listen, there's been high school games that I've done, that we've stopped the game and kicked everybody out except for the players, coaches, the trainer and the timekeeper. It's been bad, so.
It's out of control.
well, it is, it's awful. It's both people were at fault. As I see it.
So I'm,
I'm just concerned about the line between if you have somebody with a law enforcement background, where they stop and then whether they have to contact the authorities in case there's a need for it. They're not gonna start getting into, it's just gonna be a verbal response to thing. It's not gonna be physically.
no physicality whatsoever. It's, you have to go. And if they don't, fine, we're calling
The
the
troop is
troop.
on call right now.
Okay, so that's clear. I just don't want to
Absolutely.
a situation where somebody's,
No,
we start having assault issues.
I did ask, I have some friends of Old Man, I just asked what the climate was there, and their response was both people were kicked off the court and both people arrested, so there wasn't, I didn't hear a lot of negativity toward Columbia.
Yeah.
And I talked to a person who's like a leader in the Hispanic community there. And so I didn't get like retaliation, and I didn't hear that was where they were going with this.
I believe you and I officiate in Wyndham a lot,
Yeah.
okay?
it's just
I mean, I made a call, 2 years ago, I made a call, people were a little upset by it. Somebody from the Wyndham Spectator stood up and turned around and said, not this guy. He calls the game like he sees it, and that's it. So they're bullying, it's isolated
That's how I'm seeing it.
individuals, and it's not, we say, I don't wanna name the town, but I see it everywhere, and every official sees it everywhere. You know, so I don't care what the school is,
Right. I was-
so.
I was talking to Diane Manning, who's the CEO of United Service. She said this is, 2 other towns, similar things happened in Connecticut. That they're trying to assist with trying to do some, I don't know, facilitating a group thing.
I talked to Deb Fisk, there's a thing in here from Jim Milano, who is acting for the town. I think this is, we're okay, I think we're in good hands, I think that because the individual from Columbia was also arrested.
That
And
was,
kicked off.
and
And,
kicked
he's
off,
kicked
and that
off
was
the
a
games.
biggie.
That's good.
okay, that's the other thing, I have to just tell you about that. I made the decision, you're out.
Yep.
He sent me a letter. His mother-in-law came to a meeting that I had with some of the coaches and stuff. And they said, why should he? I said, while this is under investigation, while he has been arrested and it's still under investigation, it's equal for all.
That's right, it should
And
be,
so that's the way it is.
it should be, I think.
I just wanted to, let you all know about that, so. I'm not making a motion, but thoughts on a second supervisor there, everybody okay?
And the
Yeah, I
person,
really think we need to pass this cost along
We will,
to the
we,
parents and participants, they gotta have skin in the game and, you know, maybe.
Maybe they'll
they'll
keep each
eventually
other
encourage
quiet.
that.
well, and these were parents and stuff, so.
Yes,
you know,
but
It
there's
started with parents.
But there's other parents who are reasonable people who could maybe tone it down.
Well,
most people
there,
are
if
reasonable.
you look at the film, there were people in between them and they tried, and everybody went to their cars. And at that point, it was fine. And then somebody had to roll their window down and start yelling profanity and, you know, sexual slurs and everything else, and then somebody started going after, and then somebody else said, I got it, and ran in front of the car, and it's, the saddest thing I saw, that nobody has seen, but I saw it on the video footage from the school. It's the young girl, you saw the boy run across, but what you didn't see on the left of it, out of the screenshot of what we saw, was the girl who saw her father get hit by the car,
Yeah. Yeah, this
and
is,
she ran by screaming to her mother and stuff.
yeah,
That's the worst part of that whole thing,
that's
So-
right, the kids, and what an example for the kids,
so,
it's just
alright,
not good.
Columbia Lake.
Like something better.
So,
These are all easy.
yeah, I know. LMAC, the permits were reviewed for 4 of these places, and they've given their approval to all of them. LMAC advised the Board of Selectmen to approve the maintenance repairs to 4 lakefront properties. I was at LMAC when they approved all these. They're in good shape, so I'll go through them one at a time. I make a motion to allow J&M Vining Trust to make relocation for their dock. Because, I mean, with the regulations, okay, by LMAC. All those in favor?
I,
You just wondering. I make a motion to allow 12 Redoni Road for stone wall repairs approximately 18 inches above the top portion only of the 36-inch height lake wall to stabilize and align it to the foundation. No excavation or disturbance of the lake bed. All those in favor? Aye. 216 Route 87, stone wall repairs approximately 12 inches on the top portion only. 24 inches of the height of lake wall to stabilize and align it to the foundation. Minor excavation on the owner's property behind the lake wall. No disturbance on the lake bed. All those in favor? Aye. 23 Upper Woodland Terrace, dock repairs to replace 6 rod wood planks on top of the dock and replace it with tracks on the entire dock's surface and replace the current railing. So that's all above the water line. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you.
I think they all be deceased.
yeah, these were,
I don't know, they followed the rules, they got LMAC and. They all, let's see, appointments and resignations. Justice of the Peace, I move to approve the reappointment of Kelly Peck for Justice of the Peace. Any discussion?
How did this come about?
how many players, maybe.
She missed the deadline or something?
She missed the deadline.
Okay.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those who want to renew their vow, renew their vow with Kelly. Town administrators report.
Just included the 2025 legislative priorities for your review from CCM. I'm sure, with everything in session now, that'll be a changing report as we develop. But I also wanted to respond to, there was a question where we had, 400 in gasoline, and we did the division, it came out to $3 a gallon, and we was questioning it. Bev and I looked into that bill, and what we found out was we were billed at $2.75 contracted price that we're in contract with. But of that $1,200, there were fees of $99. And those were gross earnings tax, lust tax, federal spill tax, and federal superfund tax. So those fees are on top of what we negotiate as a price per gallon.
So if we cancel gross delivery and just send everybody to 7-Eleven or BJ's, they get it cheaper than we have to pay?
Well, no, it's still be more than $2.75,
Well, so it's come down.
Really? Okay,
but also you'd have no control, I'd have to.
I understand. And there's no waiving any of these fees, huh? Okay, and they're just a one-time,
Well, they're added on to every time we
Every
time
delivery,
do a
it's
delivery.
a delivery,
There's
the
a-
spill fee would be.
So it's not $2.75, it's quite a bit more.
Yeah, cause how many gallons is that? Just
Yeah.
1,000 gallon tank,
I think it was 200 gallons,
is that it?
200 times.
With 270,
200 times 3 is.
No, maybe it was
600.
400 gallons times.
and then they add on all those fees.
Right.
It's not $2.75.
They don't, the government does.
I just wanted to respond on that, but more importantly, I've been working on this contract with Save More, which is for the HVAC project of the school. And we signed the contract, it was the exact contract we put out for bid with the changes we had made into the AI. Which AIA portion of the contract, which is where all your terms and conditions are. We made edits that were recommended by Kerma. It seems Save More didn't actually look at those contract edits until after we sent back a signed contract. On December 30th. We finally got from their lawyer. On Thursday or Friday. To us, I got it to Kerma. Kerma will have a report back to me tomorrow. Which we'll have to send to our attorney, and we're gonna have to. Dispute some of these things that some of the things might make sense, and I was scanning at them tonight. But I need to see the report from Kerma on what things that they agree with are reasonable, and which are they gonna say, we're absolutely not gonna allow this revision.
Regarding what?
It's mostly over liability and subcontractors, subrogation liability, where we don't. The AI contract subrogates and protects a subcontractor if they actually are found at fault. You can't seek damages from a subcontractor. So in a major lawsuit, we had a school burn down, the subcontractor fraudulently lit the roof on fire. Doing something incorrectly in applying heating shingles when doing a roof job. Burned a good section of the school down, and because that school had not denied subrogation to the subcontractor is not held liable. And we're saying all contractors and subcontractors have to be liable for the work they do and carry their own insurance.
Or the contractor goes after the subcontractor.
Right.
Correct.
Right, if the contractor subs someone, they're responsible. But this is something we're doing on all our contracts, it's not just Columbia.
Yeah, cause these are standard terms and conditions, right?
Right.
The problem
Well,
is,
my insurance companies require, whenever we subcontract something out, that we have a certificate of insurance.
Right,
right. So if you just use a standard AIA contract, it protects the subcontractor. So you have to modify it. Which we did. So I should know a lot more tomorrow.
Is it clear that they're going to hold the completed date? Cause I mean, the day should not slip date for date just because they,
Well,
after the fact, decided to take a look at the terms. and
I think in
conditions.
our response, that has to be clear, because we're running out of time.
Cause Plan B looks Except we gotta consider soon if they're gonna be playing around with terms and conditions. And as far as they're concerned, their lead time just kicks out into 26.
Well, I think that language of where we'll go for Plan B has to be spelled out in our response.
So they haven't started anything yet.
We don't even have a signed contract.
We don't have a sign.
We signed it, they haven't signed it back.
We don't have a signed
Correct.
contract. It takes two parties.
Oh, that's my report.
I'm gonna add to your report those two letters we sent out today.
Oh, okay.
Last week, was it last week, I had breakfast with my else. Senator Ross and I had breakfast last week, 2 weeks ago, right over here at the church. It was a very nice, meaningful breakfast, and, we talked about a number of things. But two of the big things are, one, the contract for the HVAC and how the grant doesn't meet the 52.75%, and how Columbia is, eating the $2 million plus. Not because of what we did, or even because, but just that the inflation and premier timing of work hours, it put $2 million on the contract above what the people, the engineers and the firm that we use said it should cost. So, and the state said, we don't have any more money for it. She said she's gonna look into it for us. She understands that. I'm telling you that we sent her a write-up today, gave her the schedule of, how everything went. It was nice that she was concerned and was looking into it. I'm not sure anything will happen. But the other thing we came up with, is there's money out there for other things. So we are applying to the state for grant help and funding for Doubleday Road.
Oh, good.
So, she made a comment, and I'll just say, she's trying to earmark a couple $1 million for the town of Columbia to help us assist with Doubleday Road, okay? So she's helping the town of Columbia. I appreciate it. I wrote her a note. I appreciate it, and we'll see what happens, okay? Some of these legislative things that Mark picked out, anybody can call the legislative representatives for our district and stuff, like reduce the number of days to have early voting. Reduce it. Okay, please, it costs us a lot of money. Next year, we're not gonna get grants to
It's not
cover
even
it.
the money.
It's not,
The personnel.
it's like, right, so there's a lot of them in here. You can call and say, hey, listen, come on, please fight for us on this. There's a couple of them here, okay?
Well, plus you also have no excuse absentee ballots now. You can get absentee ballot for any reason.
You're right.
Well, the legislature's gotta act, right?
So it is.
No, it was a vote,
I think it got approved. Oh, you mean?
right, but
that's
the
what-
legislature still
Has
has to
to,
take action.
they have to actually make
Right,
them.
the voters
a
made
law.
their choice that they would support that, is my
Right.
understanding. The
Right.
legislature still.
So you can call in. Couple of pieces of correspondence. I know that obituary for Edward Peter Steele, who's I'm sorry, Bill, what did you say, an uncle or
Brother-in-law.
brother-in-law? So, budget, we have no transfers. We have refunds.
It's these three plus. Plus the new text that they did it in.
We different ones, okay, does everybody have a copy of this?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
they overpaid their.
Matt, you're in.
People get twice.
in charge of the fiscal budget. All right, so I move to approve refund in the amount of, is there a total?
Yeah,
It's in your
refunds,
motion.
$7,778.
Okay, $7,778.63. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recipients for that total. Anybody have any question on any of them? All those in favor?
I,
Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Don't think twice, you think. Bills. Yep, I move to approve the payment of bills totaling $66,333.13. Representing 24-25 emergency, 24-25 regular. Credit card and food checks. Pine Street culvert, that's just engineering costs?
Yes,
Okay. Same with.
same with Thompson Hill, yes.
it costs $10,000 for the Microsoft subscription. That's a year?
It wasn't just Microsoft, it was Microsoft 360 plus some other Novus work
Uh,
that they did.
No. Because there's added Novus work there or that,
Um,
so that's Microsoft. So we got some new AEDs. New AEDs, and some of ours were. Expired. So,
Have we ever had these to use?
No, I did once, it's not,
hmm.
it's pretty dramatic.
Hammerstrong Memorial Plaque, you know anything about that, Jerry?
The what?
Hammerstrong Memorial Plaque?
Where's that?
Do you know about it?
Well, I know Jake Hammerstrom was Nancy's brother, and he passed away, he drowned
Yeah.
back in,
Oh,
I think that was at the Murphy House, correct?
Ian knows, we were replacing it.
Okay, but Bill said he knows.
So they're.
Oh, that's all you don't know about this
I
plaque?
don't know about the plaque, but
Oh, okay.
there was a plaque there for a long time, so I don't.
All right, thank you, Ian.
Replacing it.
As Bill said, he was a little boy who drowned at the beach after hours. And they put up plaque for him. And it was somewhere, maybe by a flagpole or something. And at some point, it was moved inside the Murphy house. I saw it there not very long ago, a year or two. On the lawn, as you walk in with the bathrooms and living inside. And it was right there on the wall with curvy cabins. And then it was gone.
Hmm.
I noticed that as I was standing around waiting for the bathroom. And so there's me on plaques and the bulletin board. And Kirby cabin is still there, but Jay was gone. And I looked for it because I remember Jay. And it's just gone. And I asked here, I asked Jay, you know, what happened to this plaque? Because Kirby cabin is still there, you know, but I guess it might have been a wooden plaque. And perhaps when they painted it, they took it down. Kirby's is brass. So, maybe they couldn't get it off the wall. I don't know, but it's gone. I had Jake turn the whole Murphy house upside down, and he couldn't find it upstairs, downstairs. It's not in the basement. So I don't know what happened.
So we bought another one?
That would be nice.
Well, we must have, it's $475. That's fine, did it come to us?
It came through his. Jake was handling this, it came through a relative.
Is
She was-
somebody paying for it or just paying the bill?
Let me find out. I don't remember how it. ended up. I just know I was involved in the search.
Mm.
You remember?
And
I
Nancy,
just remember
of course,
this was
is
missing.
very upset.
Yeah,
Understandable.
So my question is it back on, is that flag going back on the walls or going back out where, right, we're supposed to be outside at the base of the flag or what, you know, so look into it, please. Not many people go in. Well, I guess it's use the bathrooms and stuff, but I don't know.
When you go to your back office,
yeah, but there's more outside, it'd be nice to put it, something secure outside,
well, if you do, make it bronze.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's something else I saw in here. They're really paying a lot for legal fees these days, huh? We have, what is Zangari, Cohen, and Cooperson? For 22, legal fees, legal service, December.
Let me see the.
Yeah, that's not our town attorneys, right? We have Halloran and Safe.
No, this is labor. Labor attorney.
Okay. Never mind, yeah, thank you. And what is the highway post bundle for $1,850-$70? Hartford Lumber Company, highway post bundle.
I assumed that was guardrails, guardrail posts, right?
I don't know.
The great art,
No, it might be, actual some guardrail, like what they're doing. Does it say, it sounds like, is it metal post or wood post?
It's
They're from a wooden
lumber company,
lumber.
Hartford Lumber. I mean, it's sizable, 1874. Okay. If you
I
could,
just assumed it was for, you know, somebody wipes out some wooden guardrails.
that's why we have cameras, so I can get their insurance company to pay for these guys.
Still gotta do
Okay,
And now we take 70,
1874 and change.
okay. Thank you.
them. 60.
Got it.
Any, anything else?
Just got, how's the text my gov, is that getting a lot of interest? Seems like the fees are back, I think it's,
800 people signed up, right?
No, 693.
Around
That's
there.
it.
So, anytime we don't use it, we get told, why didn't they go out and text my gov? So people are relying on
Oh, I do.
I know, I think it's kind of cool.
it.
We need marketing. How about next time we have an election, we have a table with it?
Yeah, we need to make people
Right.
aware.
It's all marketing, everything.
Yeah, they have
Or
the,
at the dump, put a poster at the dump.
That's an idea. Everybody goes by that.
A lot of people go to the dump.
It says additional, did you send out that many messages?
yep, I sent out more than the 10,000 characters that we originally started out with.
It's only
We-
50,000.
Oh, wait, you're right,
Yes.
I'm sorry, there was additional,
We
yeah,
had 50,000,
50,
now we're going to
and
100.
so, because we're using it more and more.
So the 50,000, is that, so is that one text that goes to 800 people? Is that, so let's say you make a 10-word, 10-letter message and it goes to 800 people. Is that 8,000 of the characters?
I don't
I don't think so.
think so.
I think it's how many.
You send out numerous text messages consisting of 50,000 to 800 people.
600 million.
You know, shorthand. Just
You cut it down too.
go to the website for more
For more
information.
information, that's. Please think alike. Store below.
Somebody said to me, I went to your town website, I couldn't navigate a thing. This is somebody in Bolton, and he was looking for.
I don't think it's bad.
He was looking for, meeting minutes for the. Environmental group, whatever they're called, what are they called?
Conservation.
Conservation, thank you. Well, it's kind of the same. In my repertoire. But he said it was not easy to navigate, he couldn't find it. So it's not just me.
I cannot find the YouTube
You can't find
of
YouTube.
the meetings.
There's
Just go on YouTube and follow Town of Columbia and you'll get all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, you have to start on YouTube,
Well, that's one way to do it. I mean, that's, so that way,
That's backdoor.
you get notified.
but you
Okay.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't say.
you should be able to
It's
do it
there.
through the website too.
Thank
you
you,
gotta
man.
go to minutes and agendas and minutes.
I never go to the website because I have difficulty navigating through it. And then when somebody says it to me, I was at a funeral yesterday, and the guy goes, oh, God bless this guy. And you know, your website, your town is really difficult.
So when you go to boards and commissions, there's a big link that says YouTube channel. You click right on it and you're on it.
Oh,
Or you just can go on YouTube and put in Town of Columbia, Connecticut.
Angry citizen.
But there is just a clickable link right there.
okay,
But I wouldn't know to go to
Thank you.
YouTube.
and the P O C D.
I would think we would have our own place to get the minutes.
No,
We do.
We do.
we do, but not if you wanna watch the videos.
We
I
don't
want
have,
to see my own minutes.
we don't have enough space on our website to hold all of that data.
Okay,
There's just no way.
So there's a
I mean, you
link,
can, but then your web, then.
so
we're
what does
paying
that
for the
banner
numbers.
say to send us to YouTube exactly? What does it say?
What does it say?
Yeah.
It says. Video recordings of meetings held virtually can be accessed on the Town of Columbia YouTube channel.
And you click on the little blue underlined thing and it brings you.
Yeah, I know what that is. Can we say for video and minutes, go to YouTube or something? I don't know.
Well, no, you're not, I mean, you're not gonna
You're not
have
gonna
minutes
get a
on
written
YouTube.
transcript.
So you just get the
That's
video.
the
You're just
video.
getting the video.
Well, I don't know, do they, so do they, record the conservation meeting?
No, but they
So how would it get-
record open
Well, if they're not
space.
recording it, then it's
You gotta get
obviously
the
not gonna be
minutes.
there.
Just looking for the minutes. of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Do they take minutes?
You're
Yes,
supposed to.
And where do those minutes, how can, we're back to the beginning. Guy said to me, boy, it's really
Agendas.
hard to see your website.
your government agendas and minutes.
yeah,
It's not that hard.
It's, yeah.
it's easy.
And then you can sort it, you can either look through
You
all,
can go in the search.
or you
and
can go
minutes.
conservation and it's just.
I know.
I'm on it all the time.
I know, it's hard, sometimes it's hard,
The,
I know.
the P O C D is buried so deep that none of my committee members could find it.
The one,
Plan and conservation.
I know, well,
Did you get that on the recording? Just checking.
Yes, we're
where
gonna,
would be
all right,
a
we'll look at
good
it.
place
we're
to
gonna
put that?
unbury
Like
POC.
suggestions as to where those things can be posted is always helpful,
Well,
because I
you've
may
got
think
the-
differently than you
You've
do.
got the charter, okay? The charter is the rules of the road. And the P O C D should be right under it, because that's the road map.
Well, yes, but it's not a binding,
two
it's not a
documents.
binding document.
Guided the whole town for 10 years.
We'll just say we had an audience of citizen right there.
Sorry.
No, I called on you, that's fine. Testify, thank you. So that's what we paid, did we pay the bills? All those in favor? Aye. Excellent.
Now we pay.
Board member comments. Do you have anything else to say? Audience of citizens, we've heard it. Thank you. Board member comments.
I am not going to comment on the fluorescent rocks on Pine Street.
Or
It's not only
Pine
on
Road.
Pine. They're all over the
I know.
place. I'll comment on it. Somebody said to me, what's up with the rocks? And I thought, okay, somebody's doing a prank.
No, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And then I asked Mark, I said, please check on it. And he said, those are the ones that Department of Public Works wants to take out because the side mower armed mower and stuff, like, hits them
Damaging them.
and it damages. I said, okay, and then I decided to go take a look.
Are they weird?
Oh my God, they're forever, everywhere, they're everywhere, and some of them are like 10 feet off the road.
Long reach.
Some are on people's property, it looks like.
Not only that, there was a couple of poles that were painted orange. Are they gonna take those poles down? One of them keeps people from driving into a catch basin.
And then put a new pole. Instead of a rotted pole.
Okay.
I'll look into it further.
I guess I haven't seen them.
Okay.
Yeah, come down.
Thank you.
Hunt Road.
Thank you for not mentioning it, Bill. Judy, anything?
I'm good.
It's cold out there.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
cold.
I know.
Check your oil.
Well, that makes it, Mark, can we make sure that we're checking with Bernadette? And maybe putting out some calls on people who have asked for oil in the past. And maybe stay on top of it before they run out and call for oil. Okay,
It's cold.
thank you.
Then it's cold.
We don't need a,
No. There's just the one issue we have.
no, it's okay. Well,
Doesn't need executive.
yeah, okay. No other comments, thank you very much. This time, I would like to make a motion that we adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
At 7:45.